So story time here. This is a DJI Mavic Pro. This is a drone or a quadcopter or a sky camera as some people are calling them. Uh, Long story short, I sent this thing up, straight up, and the rear left arm here ended up hitting a power line, and it was not able to recover in time, and it tumbled down to the ground, and it ripped off the arm. The battery came out and almost hit a car that happened to be driving by. That battery was split apart and damaged. It ended up ripping the camera cable and there's like another little data cable inside the gimbal too. It ripped that. The whole camera was hanging off. There was these forward vision sensors here. There's a ribbon cable that goes to that. When it hit, it crunched all that and ended up pinching where that ribbon cable goes in and severing that. And a majority of other damage happened to it. You can still see this front cover here has a little dent in it, and it's not 100% gonna fit back together until I replace some stuff. I had to replace some of this body, some of the shell here. As you can see, I have digital camo wrap on most of it. Not on this piece anymore, not on that arm anymore. And obviously that battery was garbage, so that had to go. So I did end up getting a couple more batteries. What I ended up doing was I found all of the parts I needed on various parts of the internet, and ordered all of the parts, the cables, the arm. I had to solder the motor and stuff back into the circuit board and fix all of it myself. And the parts in total only cost me about $100. So all in all, it wasn't that terrible of a repair bill for me because I did all the work myself. If this is definitely not something that you would want to try to repair if you do not work on random miscellaneous electronics, regularly, or you're not familiar with stuff like this, definitely take that to a professional if you don't have some experience. But if you do, these things aren't terribly hard to work on if you have basic knowledge and understanding of what you're looking at. So the following clips are basically just some test flight videos of the first time I really got to take this thing out after I recalibrated the front vision sensors and got everything back together. The front vision sensors, there's a part on the app where you can calibrate them. I could not get the app to calibrate them. It just would not work for me. So I ended up having to use my laptop with the DJI app or program on there, and that worked out fine. So for the test flight, take note that I did it in an area that was completely abandoned. Nobody else around, no cars, no buildings, no animals, no anything that would get damaged or be in danger if this thing were to just suddenly fall out of the sky. And also an area where, yeah, you'll see there's really nothing there for it to hit or to crash into or to damage if something were to go wrong. So yeah, just let's check that out, and I'll show you. So far, so good. Everything works. In case you're wondering about this little piece of paper here, if you watch any of my other videos, you might recognize that from my Leashy video. But there's a tag on this box with my phone number on it, so I'm just covering that up for the purposes of basic privacy. So let's get into that.